morning.
Yes.
Yay. Alright, so hello everybody. My name is Toastmaster Phong Lei. I'm the, just a quick introduction, I'm the president of Hot Cool Milk Toastmaster Club, or HCM. And I have an honor today to being asked to evaluate the table topic speaker so that we can, when we encounter a table topic again, we can speak in a more, how to say, inspiring manner. Because the main point of table topics is to think on your feet and try to convince, to inspire, and to open a new perspective for our audiences. So I have split it into two different points I was going to say, is that I have good points about each and every one of the speakers, and then I will have an overall point of improvement. Instead of giving each speaker a point of improvement, I put it together as a way so that we all can learn.
No timer.
Okay. So first off, Miss Lulu, I think most of the, I think I can speak for everybody as well, is that a lot of people who answer table topic today speaks very well. And so Toastmaster Lulu, Miss Lulu, Miss Queen, Miss Nyung, and they all have a very strong speaking way, speaking manners, perfect English, and the way they deliver the story is very well heard and very compelling. Mr. Lam, his strong point is that he applies personal story, because the best way to get the audience to be related to you is to tell people your story. It's a good way to make people feel like, oh, I feel something similar. So personal story is a very strong way to connect to the audience. Another strong point too, in order to attract the audience, like Ms. Queen and Ms. New said, is to be straightforward and get straight to the point and answer the questions. Is that when we get to the point, people immediately know, okay, this is how we're going to answer it, so they know this is the answer to the questions. Thus, making it interesting for the audience to know what exactly you're trying to answer, what you're trying to say. And a perfect example of a public speaker here today, because he's basically an experienced Toastmaster right now, is Toastmaster Lin, which is the strong thing at his vocal variety. Because when we emphasize certain words, we slow down, we speed up, we say something softly, we say something hard, we say something in a strong manner, we whisper, we yell. Everything we do with our voice can leave an effect, can give an emotion to what we're trying to say. For example, if we're sad, we cannot say it in a cheerful voice like, I am so sad today, and then smile. It's a very strange, and make people feel confused. So when you're sad, you will frown, you speak in a lower manner. I'm sad, I'm not happy. So overall, those are strong points that everybody have demonstrated when answering table topics. And here's my overall points of improvement for everybody. Number one, again, Professor Lin's a good example with body language. To compensate for what we say, using body language in a way that try to describe what you're trying to say. For a good example is like if you talk about climbing a tree, we can just imagine ourselves climbing a tree, running. We can make our arm gesture to make it running. Body language also takes part in about 30% of helping people understand what you're trying to say better. Because when they see what's going on, then they absorb it better. And that's why body language is really a strong point. The second point for the answering table topic to make it more compelling is to have a core message. My tip for having a core message is when you hear the question for the first time, or when you hear the question for the second time, you should have some sort of answer in your head. And that answer should be something, then the second thing you need to think about that answer is to turn that into some sort of message, some sort of call to action. One of the good ways to say is like, you can end that with like, you should do this too, or example, live a happy life, something like that, so the audience can remember by, because a lot of speeches people don't remember clearly, because there's what, 7, 8 different topics, so you have to stand out. Having a strong core message that people remember, and at the end of the day, when they hear your name, you're like, oh, she speaks about this. And that's a very strong point. Leads up to having clear points as well. Because it's a table topic, we have to manage our points clearly. Don't overwhelm the audience with too many informations. Having about 1 to 2 clear points to support your answer is more than enough so that the audience can have the memory to retain all of that. And finally, a challenge for everybody is to never, ever say the 2 words, hello everyone. Your challenge is to be creative with the way you introduce, when you greet the audience. In whatever way, remind yourself to never say hello everyone because it's so common already. You can say, greetings audience, my fellow Toastmaster and guests, and so on and so forth. But continue to challenge yourself to never speak and to never say hello everyone, because it's overdone and it sounds repetitive. And finally, is that it's just a personal thing for me because table topics we only have 2 minutes. So also drop the introduction as well, because we're trying to answer the questions and we only have 2.5 minutes. So by telling that, you give yourself extra time to try to convince the audience of why your answer is the right answer. So overall, that would be 5 things that I want you guys to try to pay attention on. Number 1, body language. Number 2, having a core message. Number 3, having 2 key points to support your answer. Number 4, stop saying hello everyone. And number 5, you don't need to introduce yourself, because that's all the names up here. So that's all I want to leave to you guys. And I'll give it back to the Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Sorry, thank you, Toastmaster. So let's say hello, and all the guests and members will pay attention and always remember those practice from Toastmaster formula for really good speech at Toastmaster. And now we will come to the evaluation session for our speakers from their speeches. Like the timer set with you, we also have from 2 minutes to 3 and 30 minutes, so pay attention on that. And now welcome to the stage, the first evaluator for